four main topic areas. You'll see that and the basics of the program, it's essentially anything for school security, barring some prohibitions. They like to see coordination with law enforcement. Training is a factor in this grant. There is a separate grant specifically for training, but training can be a factor in your holistic proposal. What else is there? The purchase and installation of deterrent measures, technology for expedited notification to local law enforcement, and pretty much any other measures that the COPS office determines provide significant improvement in security. So some of these expenses that can be included in your proposal: video surveillance, like cameras and recording equipment, communication technology, like Court was talking about, intercoms, emergency call boxes, radios, also entry control equipment like ID scanners, remote door locks, and software like GIS, Geographic Information System, mapping for school buses and buildings, social media monitoring. You know, it runs the gamut, and this list is not comprehensive, but it does give you an idea of the array of software and technology and equipment that your project can include. So, of the 160 awarded school security projects in 2020, they were split across these four main topic areas. You'll see that, like I mentioned, training can be included in your project. This grant is very tech friendly. So we want to dive a little deeper into these numbers, looking at the tech, prohibiting entry. We see that card and keyed entry was a big factor here. We're seeing a trend towards keyless access because keys are lost or can be copied. And when we're dealing with students, they lose things. We all know this. So the trend towards keyless entry. Many projects are also combining cameras with door locking technology to completely eliminate the need for keys. So we're seeing a lot of that kind of tech in successful proposals. Also, you see here, improving situational awareness, fixed surveillance, kind of leads the pack on this one. It was included in 60 of the 160 successful proposals. This number can include, again, cameras, recording equipment, or integrated security suites that included cameras as just one factor. And communication, radios was a big one in 2020. Also, intercom systems, any kind of communication devices that can notify staff, can notify local law enforcement if need be. Like radios, they help staff communicate with each other and can also communicate with local law enforcement, first responders, fire departments, that kind of thing. And finally, planning and training, again, threat assessment is a big one. Creating threat assessment teams, emergency planning for both preventing incidents and what are we going to do if an incident happens. And all lined up here, you see video surveillance is still and continues to be a growing priority for schools. K-12 and college campuses are upping their video surveillance capabilities. 40% of awarded projects in 2020 included video surveillance. So COPS office and the reviewers don't want to see, hey, we need cameras, the end. You know, they want to see that video surveillance is included as a part of a broader, more comprehensive security project. you know, we need cameras because that's what they're looking for. So before I move on to partnerships and tips and tricks, I want to touch quickly, very quickly, on state funding, because there are 50 states. I'll be here for 5 hours talking about all of them. But like federal, before 2018, it was very sparse, very sporadic, very are we going to fund anything? So depending on which state you're in, take a look. As of January, the states in blue are the states who have dedicated school safety funding. As you saw in the previous slide, we are seeing the trend, of course, since 2020, and we're continuing to see it, is that these states are starting to turn gray because their funding is being either postponed or rerouted to COVID response, completely understandably. So depending on the state you live, it's a matter of finding out different departments administer these. Education departments, public safety, emergency management, governor's offices, so there is not any uniformity. Just like there's no uniformity across all 50 states, same thing with school safety funding. So it's just a matter of finding out in your state what's available.